The only time two countries came near to war is when Pakistan Air Force supported Jordan during. Normally, wars are fought by big countries to dominate one another. However, in recent times, the world has noticed emergence of smaller nations with great power potential. Countries like Israel and Pakistan, who are completely different, yet similar in some ways to each other, are small in size, but have immense influence in their geopolitical scenarios. Both countries were born in the name of religions, so technically, both of them are ideological states. Geographical size of Israel is 20.770 square kilometers, and for Pakistan it is 881.913 square kilometers. The population of Israel is 8,238,003, and of Pakistan is 199,085,847. Religious demographics in Israel: 74.2% are Jews, 17.8% are Muslims, 7% are others. Religious demographics in Pakistan: Muslims are 94%, Hindus are 4%. Although it isn't clear whether both of these countries have weapons to hit each other from their territories, but let's just compare the defense capabilities of both of these countries. According to the Global Firepower Index, Israel stands at the 18th position, while Pakistan is on the 15th position. Israel has 170k active military personnel, while Pakistan enjoys more numerical strength with 654k active personnel strength. Israel spends $17.8 billion on its defense budget, while Pakistan lags behind with $10.8 billion for its defense budget. The total aircraft in Israel's possession is 772, which includes 177 helicopters, while Pakistan shows numerical strength here with 1,143 of total aircraft, including 372 helicopters. The F-16s are the backbone of both of the Israeli and Pakistan air forces. Israel's most advanced jet is the F-35 Lightning II, and for Pakistan it is the JF-17 Thunder. As for the ground forces, Israel has got 1,522 artillery, 6,766 armored vehicles, and 2,200 tanks, while Pakistan has got 3,745 tanks, 7,370 armored vehicles, and some 3,078 tanks. Israel's most lethal tank is the Merkava 4, while for Pakistan it is the Al-Khalid tank. Navy is a department where Israel is almost non-existent when compared to Pakistan. Israel has got 5 submarines while it has got 0 frigates, versus Pakistan, which has got 8 submarines, 9 frigates, and 12 coastal patrolling boats. Israel is known to possess 80 nuclear warheads, while Pakistan is believed to have some 200 warheads, which is the fastest growing nuclear warhead producing country in the world. Israel's best missile is the Jericho 3rd, which has the range of hitting its target as far as 4,800 kilometers, while Pakistan's best missile is the Shaheen 3rd, with a range of 1,700 kilometers. Economic comparison: Israel ranks at number 21 in GDP, while Pakistan stands way behind at the number 42 in the ranking. Diplomacy: both countries enjoy support of some of the powerful nations on earth. Israel has got support from the USA, India, and the United Kingdom, while Pakistan enjoys support from China, Turkey, and the Saudi Arab. Who would win? Well, the fact of the matter is that the Israeli war machinery is far superior technologically to the Pakistani war machinery. Israel is also a great economic power which can afford heavy confrontation with Pakistan, while the same cannot be said about the latter.
But will that stop Pakistan from responding to the Israeli aggression? The short history of the country tells that it won't ever back down from the fight, no matter whatever the odds are.
The only time two countries came near to war is when Pakistan Air Force supported Jordan during the 1967 Arab-Israel War and became the only country in the world to shoot down Israeli jets without losing any of its own. Other than that, Israel does realize that Pakistan does not only have a numerical advantage, its military is experienced in wars against much bigger countries like India and Afghanistan. Unlike Lebanon, Jordan, or Egypt, the Pakistan army is known to inflict heavy damages to its adversaries during the battles. Just like Israel, Pakistan has vast experience of fighting simultaneously against larger enemies, which basically is part of its doctrine. Their soldiers seek motivation from Islam and willing to die for their country.
While Israel can stare down its enemies like Iran and defeat countries like Egypt and Jordan, Pakistan is just a next level challenge. On the other hand, what Pakistan knows that, unlike India, Israel is way ahead in technology. Sometimes it is known as a technological superpower, and much unlike India, Israeli forces refuse to surrender. Well, it's hard to find which country will come out victorious in the light of these facts. Leave your comments below and let us know who do you think will manage to pull up the victory.